Hello? Is that Al Hilal on the line, is it? Over 100 million for Nunez now. Well, I'm happy to see you've increased your bid, but unfortunately, he is not for sale. Massive win for Liverpool in the end. Dar-Win Nunez off the bench in the 65th minute to then go and bag a brace. 91st and 93rd minute goals to seal those 3 points for us. Incredibly frustrating game up to that point. 36 odd shots I think we had before finally breaking the deadlock. A very stubborn, a very well drilled Brentford defence, and ultimately as well a lot of lack of ruthlessness on our end. A lot of half chances, the final ball just not quite being right a lot of the time. Just no one really just having that ability to kind of grab the game, grab the moment and seize these chances that we were creating. It just looked like it was going to, peter towards a 0-0 and be another frustrating afternoon for us on the road, having just drawn obviously away to Nottingham Forest in the midweek. And coming into those fixtures, we knew it was going to be a tough week. Two of the league's probably most difficult sides to break down so far this season, particularly at their grounds. Two brilliant sides. And it was one of those weeks where you kind of accepted there may be some drop points, but for Liverpool, it was minimum 4 points. We've now managed to steal that, get the win on the board. And so important with Arsenal now about to play Aston Villa as well. We could not let them smell blood. We could not go and drop points and let them close the gap on us even further and then really turn this title race pressure on. So big 3 points. Very, very happy with it. And very happy for this man to get his moment at the end there. You can see how much it meant to him, how much it meant to the team. And incredible. Fought all the way for it. And in the end, more than deserved the 3 points. The shit Andy Carroll chant curse strikes again, but we'll get onto that in a moment. First, let's just talk about the quality of the changes in sub again from Arne Slot. Makes them in the midweek, and the two subs combine immediately to get us our equalisers. Today, again, the likes of Nunez, Elliott coming on, help change that game. And then later on, it's Darwin Nunez with the brace. Elliott assisting that second goal as well, directly involved in getting us this important win, turning a draw into a win later on. And, in that sense, if you look at it in that kind of vein over the last week, we've rescued 4 points from a potential one. So real big difference it could make in the title race going forward. And I think potentially deserved all 6 points after those games. But really good for Nunez in particular. He struggled all season, only 3 goals in I think all competitions for him so far. He manages to get a brace today, and this will hopefully set him forward because he can't let this be just another one-off spectacular. He has these chaotic moments where he stands out, but he needs to now make it consistent. He needs to go on a run of form to show us he can be our striker going forward and he can be kept at the club and doesn't need to be replaced in the summer. But it's now or never for him. He has to make something for the rest of the season, and hopefully this is the push that he needs to get him in that direction. It's just so ironic as well. It's come in a game where we've had so many chances created and he's come on to show us how to be ruthless, considering that's usually the biggest criticism of him is his ruthlessness in front of goal. It's just not been there. He's had that moment. This is up there with the 99th minute winner against Forest, the double against Newcastle, the back-heeled volley against Real Madrid, the brace against United in the 7-0. Like, this is up there with the core Darwin Nunez collection. So just getting back to the chant, of course, as he was subbed on, the Brentford fans gave him the shit Andy Carroll treatment. But have they not learned? Bournemouth in the Cup last season, Carabao Cup, they did it. He scored a belter. Southampton did it against him in the Cup. He scores again this season. Carabao Cup again. This time Brentford in the Premier League. Listen, man, maybe this is a chant that we need to read. Maybe Liverpool fans, maybe we need to start chanting this because it just seems to get that extra spark out of him. Finally, we have to give praise to Trent Alexander-Arnold, potentially a man of the match if it's not being given to Darwin Nunez. Brilliant performance from him, and listen, he was rightfully criticised heavily after that Manchester United performance where he was really poor, but back to some of his best today. Defensively looked really sound, didn't get caught out too many times, as that's kind of what a lot of teams would try to exploit, especially with the likes of Wissa and Buemo of Brentford. Their strength they have on the break, he would have been a key target, but he held his own, did really well. And then going forward, of course, showed what he's all about. Gets the assist for the first goal, and he has those key passes in him. It's just exactly what you want. You need someone like that who can just change a moment in a game. And again, he's played a key part in a big win. He's also been part of a clean sheet there at the back. Finally, we've kept a clean sheet. Just our second in 8 Premier League games. Hopefully now we can see a return to that kind of stability in our defence again, and he'll be a core part of that.